Alright, today we're going to take a look here at Avaya IP Office Customer Call Reporter. This is a solution that will do your call center reporting. So if you think about the way it works, I have the queuing done in the IP Office, I have the announcements done in the Preferred Edition, and then this is going to be a reporting package. It's one choice you have for a reporting package. This is a single site reporting tool. It comes with the Advanced Edition of IP Office. This is being recorded for 8.0, so as different releases come out, you want to check and make sure this is still applicable, everything that's in this video. So, okay, what we're going to take a look at first of all is we're going to go ahead and we're going to log into the tool. So I'm going to type in my password. This is a web-based tool, so you'll notice here I happen to be using Chrome. I could just as easily be using Safari on a Macintosh or Firefox on a Linux-based system. It's web-based, you need IP connectivity, and then you're able to log in. So now that I've logged in, we see here on the dashboard, this is kind of a high-level, hey, I'd like to get an idea of what's kind of happening with the call center. What can I see that's happening? So up at the top, you have this one top metric here, and I can change things. If I click on, and this is something to kind of get used to, anywhere you see these little arrows, those are points that you can click on to make changes. So if I wanted to see service versus sales, I'd click there. If I wanted to see something other than grade of service, I can see my choices there. If I want to change my goal, I'll get a little slider that will let me pick what I want to see there. Now this is a trial system or a demo system, so there's no current notices, but if there were alarms, they would actually scroll across here on this little ribbon bar. Okay. Next up, what we can see here is I can change the single pie to be something else. I'm not going to change all these right now, but just to show you, you can customize this view and see these three different planes. You can have what you want to see specifically on the screen, so you can kind of get a high-level overview of what's going on with calls. Where I find most supervisors spend the majority of their time is in the monitor view. So when I look at the monitor view, here I'm looking specifically, and I should stop myself, I have three different views. So I have view 1, view 2, or view 3. So you can have, let's say you had, as we have here, sales, service, and support. I could actually change this and have it where I'm looking at the sales view in view 1, the support could be view 2, and service could be view 3. Okay, so you can do it whatever way you want. The point is you can have three different views. Why that will matter, I'll show you in a second, because I can actually drill down and look at, agents. So let me show you how I customize this view. So if I click over here again on a little arrow, a little thing there, whatever that is, it will bring up the configuration view. So I still have my table out here, right? I can say, you know what, I want to get rid of support. So you see I can hide it. If I want to bring support back, I just drag it back out. So you can change which groups, which queues you're looking at here. You can also change what you're looking at as far as the columns, the statistics. So if I want to hide no answer, now if I want to add back in a no answer or something else, I could come over here and look for, where's no answer? I can drag it back out. So dragging out adds it, hitting on the title, you can hide it. Okay? So that's changing that. Now, the question that comes up though is I want to see the agents. I want to be able to see, what the agents are doing. So if I pick sales, for example, I'm going to get a second table that's going to open up. The second table corresponds with these statistics. So again, I'm not going to do it, but I could turn one off. I could add one out. Same thing that I did for the queues, but I would do it here for agents. Okay. Now, when I'm all done making these changes, I can go ahead and I can exit the configuration view. And now I'm back in real-time monitoring, but you notice how I'm seeing a table that I didn't see earlier with my agents. So again, this is where you might want to have 3 views. As an example, it's one way of doing it. Where I have sales picked here, my view 2, I'm drilling down and seeing service. My 3, I can be looking at support. So I can just kind of toggle between the tabs to see, how the agents are doing in each queue. Kind of drill down into those different ones. I can also go up here and click on, actually before I do that, let me show you other things. So if I come in here and I look at this, I can go into settings by hitting current wait time. I hit the title. It popped it up. I hit settings. Now I can set an alarm here. Okay. So this alarm is going to let me, set a warning threshold. The cell will turn yellow, telling me, hey, we're at a warning condition for that metric. Okay. And I can also have it set to alarm, meaning it'll turn red. As well, it'll play an announcement through, like a little wave file through the PC or laptop, as long as you have a multimedia PC or laptop. Okay, I'm not going to make that change, but you can see how you can change that alarming yourself. Okay, back to it, I can acknowledge an alarm. If I had an alarm on here, it was red. If I click on it, it acknowledges it and turns it blue. So any of the blue cells are ones that were an alarm. I've seen them, I've acknowledged them, I've taken care of the issue. I can also click on graph here. And is it popping up here? Okay, it should work now. I had pop-up blocking turned on, which obviously is always fun. And now we get another window here, and you can see I can select sales, I can select a specific agent, I can look at the agent's productivity for the last hour as a line graph. I start it, and it's going to give me, statistics where I can kind of look and drill down and see what this person's been doing. So it'll start creating a line, and it's probably 0, so it's going to be right along the bottom and hard to see. But that's another thing you can do. So I'm going to go ahead and close that out. All right, so that's graph. That was monitoring, so that's kind of my real-time. My real-time monitoring tends to focus on dashboard and monitor. Now, I want to look at historical reporting, so I'm going to go ahead and click on reports. Now, I've got a couple different reports here. So I have templates. So you notice you have agent summary, you have agent time card, alarm, call details. So these are different templates that can be used to create reports. Okay, so I've got a report here that I've used in the past that I've saved. So I went in and created this report. I'm going to drag call detail report over, and then you see it pops up here, and I can pick, am I looking at queues? And actually, stop myself. I need to be in configure mode up at the top here to be able to edit this. So I can look at, queues, view, agent, whatever. I'm going to leave it like it is, okay? And what I'm going to do is come in here and I'm going to change the date, and I'm going to look at Wednesday, because this was created back in the past, so I want to look at this Wednesday, we'll say. I hit save. I get my message, it's been saved. And now I can go over here and I can generate a report. Same thing. Now I'm in a different mode. I'm not configuring, I'm generating. I've got the report on the screen. What I can do is come over here and hit OK, and it's going to generate my report. Now it'll take it a couple of minutes here to go ahead and run, so what I may do is pause us just to wait a second while it runs. Alright. Popped up another window. So here we see we have the, make sure I'm recording again. So that took, literally, I probably could have let it running. I mean, it took another like 2-3 seconds after I paused it and came back. So this is a call details report, so it's all the calls listed. I can get other ones where I have, columns where they have the different statistics. We can actually find all the details if you're looking for more details on what metrics are reported or what the templates look like. You can use the CCR user guide. It has that information in it. and it's something that's publicly accessible. So this would be my report. I'd see all my different, details. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. By the way, you notice I have 75 pages, so I had a lot of calls that day, we'll say, or maybe it wasn't a lot, depending on your call center. So I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Now, if I go back to configure, I can also do this where, so that was a kind of on-demand or manual. I wanted to run a report. Now, what if I want to schedule this? I can set up and create an automatic report, okay? And I'm going to say it's automatic. I'm going to say the days I want to cover are 1 day. I want to make it a PDF, we'll say, and I'm going to send it to either to a network printer or I could send it to an email. Okay? I'm not going to do it, but I could save that. Now, once I have that report built, okay, it's now available. I can come over here, and I got to go back over for a second to my scheduler. I could schedule it here. So if you think about it, we did dashboard, we did monitor, those are real time. Reports and scheduler. Scheduler is more of a tool that'll let you do things like, maintenance for, resetting counters, etc. But I can also schedule here a report, okay? So I can have it where maybe every Friday I'm going to run this report, and it's going to be emailed to my manager, okay? The last area we want to take a look at here is the map. So this is a tool that would be helpful if I had a call center. Let's say I did a campaign. I sent out a whole bunch of mailers, whatever. And now I'm looking to see where my call distribution is coming from. So this is actually going to go and bring up a map. And I have no idea where the pins are. Kind of puts them in different places. So probably because I have no calls, I have no pins. But what would happen is you'd have little push pins that would basically pop up. So if I had a lot of calls in, let's say, Pennsylvania, I'd see different push pins from around the state, or if they were coming from New Jersey or whatever. So it tells me this is where my call distribution is coming from. So that's something that's also part of CCR. Okay? So this has been kind of a quick overview of Customer Call Reporter. Again, the way it works, and this is current as of 8.0, you're looking at the IP office doing the queuing. It's going to have the announcements coming from Preferred Edition, and then this add-on will allow you to have a single site contact center and have the reporting piece. Thank you very much, and hope you have a great day.